the proper setup. In the meantime, have fun watching the last year. Somebody didn't update the picture, but I need to clean up the desk to have space to do the proper dev update and update the lights and everything else. You will hear some noises. Let's roll. How did you like the... Yeah, I didn't found it. I downloaded it pool, and the other one didn't work out because there was no the link no longer worked, and I just didn't have too much time. I estimated half hour for preparation. So, you know, I sadly couldn't do too much about it. You will see it in the next hour, but sadly I didn't have the time to prepare second camera. Sorry for voice being a little bit far, but I'm dropping all the stuff on the ground, so I will be staying in a mess for a moment. Okay, and almost there. One more. And okay, I'm almost there. Yes, I got it. I know that I got it because there is no other way. Okay. And here we are. As you see, I'm not even... Let's see. Let's try to... Not the best one. Let's try a little bit higher. I screw up my setup. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this will be the second part of the streams that I'm doing. I want to believe that the first one was fun. As I mentioned, it's like I tried to look at the monitor and to make it look as I'm doing something there and not taking it away, but it's super hard kind of to get used to that. So it's my first time doing something like that on the stream, so sorry for sometimes getting out of the frame. But this time you will see my face all the time. And as you see, I today have the proper cup for the occasion, filled of the coffee. Yeah, I know, I'm just afraid what you will be doing right now. But, well, what I can do. And, for those who don't know, in my free time after work, I'm working on the Little Big Adventure remake for already forever and a little bit longer. So I think it's 11 years at this moment. But yeah, and the story started that one day my friend got LBA1. I tried to play it, never left the prison. Tried it again, never left the prison. Tried it again, didn't understand why I cannot leave the prison. But at some point, my uncle gave me the copy of the LBA2, and I like it. I finished it, and at that point, I returned back to the LBA1, and it's kind of stayed with me. I tried to, at some point, was thought what kind of the game I want to remake, because I'm creating the whole tag and everything. Yeah, prison is kind of the start of LBA1 is hard, especially for at that point it's like 14 years old or 12-year-old, something like that, who don't understand really how, don't understand English in the first place so much, but don't understand also how to live it. So yeah. So I started working on it as the personal project. Fast forwarding a little bit more, I'm right now calling myself Coffemonsters, which have its own backstory about it, but it's not the time to do that. I'm changed the name at some point. These days, I'm still working on the remake, which you can see. I don't know if any of you kind of never heard about it, but I think that in the our community is relatively known. Not necessarily people believing in it after 11 years, but well, I slowly getting there, and I think that you should be satisfied with the stuff that are there. So, if you missed the last month update, I returned back after a small break and was working on the audio. And what happened is, thanks to the Katia Savia, who is awesome artist, who is also like studying the audio design. She shared with me some of the sounds for the game, which I implemented. Not a lot of things changed in this area, sadly, because I still thinking how to give the proper solution to handle everything what she kind of proposed. And I have already idea, it's just the question of the implementation and other stuff distracted me. So what we'll be doing right now, I'll be jumping between the location. This is the first thing. I won't be showing the game anymore. I will be jumping between the location as the separate things. Because we're slowly entering the moment when the story is becoming implemented in the game. And I don't want to spoil the changes there and things that kind of happen. That's why we'll be jumping between the location, and I will be showing some stuff of the editor just to show you where we are. So I don't know how many of you remember the first start of the game. The LBA1 started in the prison. And the thing about it is, it's no longer a case with the remake. I will just switch to the... Okay, so here we are. So this is the real time. So any crashes, any issues are there, and you know what I can do. Shit happens. Let's start the... So for these who know the previous starting of the game, we started in the empty room. It's no longer a case. I changed it, created it more interesting. And as you see, there are lights also, which dropping the shadows. There is also dynamic shadow under the Twinset, which is the big thing. I will just do small update there. So yeah. Here's how it looks where we started. We're starting in the room full of the statues that we know from Temple of Boo. There is gate with the sandal symbol. We don't know anything about it. And at that point of the game, we don't really need to know. We're starting a game and exploring this location where we are. As you see, there is multiple light sources, which each of them dropping the shadow, which is kind of important for me that it looks modern. Shadows are still not done. They are a little bit too sharp, so I will be iterating over that. And generally this location, just giving you exploration. Then we're entering the elevator. It's still relatively work in progress because I'm not happy with attaching the switch to the wall. So there will be probably pedestal here and the switch will be on top of it. But let's use it. And as you see, the elevator is also not finished, but I added some nice detail here to make it look like it's elevator. And then entering the main room, the round room, which is, I think, looks still pretty cool. and some of you know it from the previous, like the builds. What changed at this time is that there is fully dynamic lighting here. So if anything moving here, it will be also moving, the shadow will be moving. And this is kind of what I work mostly on this time. It's still work in progress, as I mentioned. I still want it to look more modern, but I think even right now, this scene looks tricky. It will have its own mood. And the creation that I done from it works pretty well. Another thing that I work is all kind of the render. So you see that the figure statue is metal. So it's the X390. So this is the AMD. I bought it at least 5 years ago. So it's nothing modern. And the FPS that I have is in this location is 164 FPS. And resolution is 1K. But the thing about it is, it's full HD. Okay, it's full HD. Sorry, it's just 190,920 on 1080. Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it is, like on the newer GPU, it should still work faster, and I have still places for optimization. What I have right now, it's still a kind of work in progress. So yeah, we have the statue of the 4 races. They are still work in progress also, so as you see, you can see joints, but I think they're already giving the mood of the location. And the best one that I like is Spheros, which, because I didn't have the Spheros model, I just took the Rabbit Bunny and put the sphere on top of it. So it's working, giving the mood. I'm pretty happy with it. Then there is this location, which is, as you see, not changed a lot. There should be a roof here, and I just focus on different location. But I added the lighting, which, as you see, is once again dynamic. So everything casting lights, which will be pretty nice in the final thing when I will finish. There will be more details and everything. And then transition to the exterior. Nice wind. And there is missing things here. There will be cutscene here, which right now is still not done. It's just requiring a little bit of work. Let's wait for stuff to compile. And we're waking up in the bed. Right now, lighting here is not fully configured. It just plays as it be. I want it to be a little bit more darker. The lamps on the stands, dropping the shadow, like dropping the light, so it was more moody kind of. It looks like you wake up after the day, which also will add the nice things, like there is the dialogues, which I will just skip fast. There is missing animation of the Zoe, and as you see above the doors, there is some weird artifacts, which is just because I scaled the doors. So there will be curtains, and generally giving you the mood that you took a nap. Yeah. As you see, there are multiple lights. Every light can drop the shadows, even multiple lights dropping the shadow. So as you can see here, there is shadow behind, dropping from the window, and there is shadow dropping from the light. Yeah. I really like that the lighting finally started looking pretty nice. So I like the scene where you can see the whole room. Kind of thing starting. There is a little bit of the jittering of the shadows, but I will be working on that to eliminate that over the time. And yeah, right now I'm working on the rooms, kind of make them look. Twinset right now running a little bit above the ground, I see, but this will be fixed. And all of the locations are acceptable. I finally fixed the exteriors. So the exteriors looks how they should. So as you can see, there is new grass, which still will be updated because I want to rewrite the grass system to have possibility to control not only the placement of the grass, but also the height and a few other things, which will make the whole thing faster in the first place because I'm not satisfied with its performance, but also we'll get it added the variety of the grass because if this will be not uniform size. But even right now, I think it's turning out pretty nice. As you can see, there is Citadel in the background. Nothing changed here. Things still looking in this location more or less kind of how they were. I didn't work a lot on it, just fix the grass and fix the rendering artifacts. This was the goal. Let's look into the pharmacy. Pharmacy also didn't change it from the last time when I was showing it. The main thing is I added better lighting, which you can see you can still walk over some things, which is giving this nice mood. And you can see kind of once again that there are multiple light sources which are giving different shadows. When there will be smoke, they will be looking pretty cool. And there are also dropping shadow. There are really shadows from the windows and general, which is looking nice. There is also the living area, which before was not there. It's just because there is pharmacy, I assume that the pharmacists need to live somewhere. What we have else? As you see, everything running relatively smoothly. I have around 60 FPS in this location, but I want more, so I will be changing some stuff just to speed it up and add some detail, more control. Another thing that changed a lot, which you guys seen, is chest loop. I don't know if you guys remember the old one. See in the fact if I have the view where I am there. Oh yeah, I'm here. I'll add also myself to the stream. Okay, so freak, don't complain that he don't see my face. What else we have? Yeah, the chest loop. As you know, I done the prototype of it, and it didn't look nice. And I'm accepting that, but it's not the purpose of doing that. It's the purpose of doing these prototypes is just for me to get the shape. I have in my head the vision that I try to achieve later, and this is kind of how the chest look evolved. This is the new chest look. There will be pictures on the walls. As you see, there is the scene which you can enter. There is extra room, which is the bathroom in the fact. There is a lot of shadow. There is like the whole bar, coffee machine, one of the old one. There is entrance to the basement. And there is the second floor, which is a little bit different than what you know inside the game, but I think it's holding up. It's looking really kind of faithful to the original in the terms that placements of the things and generally just the feel of it. I think giving it the right one. Yeah, of course. It's like why I should skip the coffee machine. As you can see, you can just walk around everywhere. You can experience a lot of like the location. Have fun with it. It will be looking a lot better when there will be characters and we'll be able to interact with it. There will be different music. But at least right now you can see where I'm going with this. I'm not fully satisfied with the scene, but this is something to iterate over. This is what I plan to do. So, And also the bar, behind the bar is still not finished. The bottles, as you see, flying in the air, not looking also really nice, stuff like that. But well, slowly but steady, we're getting where we should be. And at that moment, I will switch to something that you've never seen before. Because, well, it's the, give me a second. Because we have the anniversary stream, let's show something that none of you have seen, like some location. And any bets what this will be? Come on. So yeah. The thing about it is I didn't also work on the old stuff. This is still a location that is in the early, very early state of the development. But I think it's already kind of getting the mood that I want. There will be niches for the details, for the all kind of the stuff that I need to add there. And yeah, let's switch to the okay. So yeah, the location that you know, and some of you love it, some of you hate it, depending how it's the story for you. This is the Citadel. You can finally explore it in the full 3D. There is still some problems. There is no elevator, no like the computer here. No. Prisoner coffee. Yeah. The thing about it is like I try to create this a little bit more darker style of the location. And the lighting is still requiring some tweaking because it's relatively kind of placeholder. But because of what's happening, I working on the lighting right now, and because I'm using it, I discovering that I not fully know how to control it. So I iterating over the stuff, changing parameters, which requiring for me to redoing the lighting. It's happened already a few times. It will happen a few times more because I'm not fully satisfied the way how I control the intensity of the light. It just I can tweak the parameters, but it's not intuitive enough. Hello, sweet Shoka. So yeah. So this is the Citadel, but it's not like the prison, but it's not the end. This is not the only location that you can explore in the prison right now. It would be too little. So as you guys see, there is a lot more coming. This is the location with the closed door. There will be doors closing, both of them. This is location where the guard walking around with the staircase leading to the upper level. Rooms that we all know. The one when you're finding closing the original game. Some other rooms, which I will not say for what they are right now. And some another room, which I also will not tell what it's for. It's also not finished because I want to expand it a little bit more to add the original room with the another rooms over here that we can enter. Well, it's a prison, So I think it's kind of giving the mood that it should be. Don't you think? You see, we can no. Right now it's pretty empty. So this is the thing that I will be working, adding the details, adding the teleports, adding all kind of the stuff to make it more lively, or just looks that is inhabited. Because this is the problem with the original game. The locations are pretty empty, and to make it more modern, I need to add a lot of details. And what you can see in the what do you mean the exactly same architecture? Because this is the prison. If I don't know, I will just get back to show you the prison kind of. This is, for example, the room where you're waking up in the first game. There is place for the elevator, which will be added later. There is the corridor ending with the large open space, like in the original games. Then you have the rooms on the side. And then we have the stairs. And yeah, this is just one location. This is just Citadel. And this is not the whole Citadel, like the whole prison. What you see is just underground. Well, it's depending how you understand the following up that. Let's look on this location. Originally, the location where there were a corridor which was ending with the room when the prisoner, like this nurse was walking around. Then there was the wall, behind which was the doors to the boiler room and stairs up. As you see, there are additional rooms here, which wasn't there in the beginning. The wall that was there was replaced by this ruined wall, where I plan to make the nurse walk around here through the door, just to make it interesting. And we'll also create a nice place where you can use, for example, discrete mode. Because this is for me important. I want to make discrete more usable in the game. That you can finish the game without killing anybody. So passive is rare. And and you see, I following general feel of the location. I follow the layout to some degree, but Twinset house is changed completely because I don't think that the old Twinset house works in the modern time. I can return back to the Twinset house in a moment and show you. But yeah, let's see what waiting us upstairs. Wall and door. So as you see, there is another difference here. The room where you're meeting with the, you can think about this as the small room with the teleport upstairs. The one where you just after entering the stairs. And it's 2 level this time, because I want to add verticality to it and add this feel of this massiveness of the location. Because it's one of the main headquarters for the fanfare. As you see, there is the TV screens, which there will be machines below. There will be like the observation center here. And here we're entering the main room of the building. You can think about it as the room just before exiting the location. There is a lot more behind the door there, which we'll not explore because it's not done. I can show you just the scale of the statue there will be changed. The statue here, it's not the statue that I want to put, it's just placeholder. So the statue that I want to place this is Fanfrog looking at you, like if I'm standing in this position, Fanfrog eyes looking at you. It's holding the weight in one hand, where there is like the weight, and another one pointing sword at you. So it will be stylization of the justice statue. It won't be, of course, blindfolded, and the weight will be in his hand, kind of. So, yeah. And there will be, of course, on the screens, there will be different kind of different things display, like fanfare presenting something, I don't know, just to make this feel. But the idea here is just that fanfare overwhelming you. When he's there, he judging you. He is the highest judge of the whole thing, and this is kind of his area. So you're standing in front of him, and there is the pedestal where there will be the fanfare, some kind of the judge who will be judging you what you do. So this will be this. And there is this area which I mentioned is still unused. This is what waiting to be filled out. Because right now you will be able to explore the whole Citadel. All the 2 levels. There is higher level, there is lower level. There is also additional part here. So there will be a lot of the space that I'm showing probably for the first and last time before displaying like the finishing it up and show it, just so you have the fun of exploring this new location. But there's a lot more to the things that you know from the original game. And this is the purpose of this whole location. It's kind of LBA on steroids, and you have stuff like bathrooms, of course, because everywhere, everybody needs to go somewhere. And you know, this is kind of the thing. There's another large area there which you can allow you to explore. There will be also stairs, 1 more level here, which is right now not added. But as you can see, this is massive. Just the location itself is one of the biggest interior that I ever made. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. That it's interesting, it's not boring, you know, that you have purpose of going there, and it makes sense. So this is kind of the new stuff that I have. To switch the previous things, let's drop into the game. One again. Just to show the main location. Give it a second, it's loading. Okay. This is one of the things that I want to do, that I want, even in the original game, they're feeling differently, kind of. And I want to, in the remake, I want to make it more kind of contrasting, that give this feel that you don't feeling really welcome and all the fanfare buildings, because it's making sense to do that. And yeah, this is Switch Arcana, the Twinset house. This is the place where you're coming after the right before kidnapping Zoe and when you escape the prison. As you see, it looks completely different than the original location, but the layout is preserved. There is the bathroom, there is the bathrooms which I added just to make it looks like the house. I added the 2 bedrooms. There is some kind of the resting room where there will be books and just place where maybe some, I don't know, games. Something that is just a casual thing to have. Kitchen part, living room. There is the fireplace, which is changed the location a little bit. There is, of course, the basement, which, as you can see, you can already enter. Yeah, exactly. And this is where I'm going. I tried to make the location feel like a place. It's still a pretty unique house, let's say it one way or another comparing to others. But this is just the kind of normal thing to, to improve stuff. And I think right now it's looking a little bit more modern. And also there are things like there is like the higher level when you, in the main room, like the entrance room was there. There are things that were in there, like the phone, which you can see here. There is the office, which is still having the old models, which I'll be changing. Shower curtains, let's see. Let's see, Roxer. Why they look weird? They are a little bit too low. I need to raise them up. But this is... what is weird about them? Yeah, they should be higher. If they will be higher, they will look better. We'll change that in a second, so you guys also see kind of workflow there. But yeah. And there is the, let's go through the chimney. Let's go up. And this is the layout of the Citadel island. Yeah, there will be changes. So the item system right now, they are a little bit broken rendering, but you already have the items. So let's return back. I think we can still return back. Yeah. I need to fix that. There are some items already here. So there are items that I think I suddenly removed the. Yeah, I by mistake removed the things. Let's go to the new game and let's see the item. So this is the beginning of the game. This is where you start in the game, and I will just show you kind of how items works. Because not all items will be dropped. There will be items that will be dropped in the ground, on the shelves, things like that. So what you see here, for example, is the one of the items which is inside the game. It will be later highlighted, so it looks that you can pick it up. So you can pick it. You added the item to the inventory. Item is added here. The rendering is broken, but I will change that. Let's also equip the magic ball so we can have it, because we have the magic ball already. You can throw it from the high up. And there is something like that. You can use the item to unlock. The sound for the ball will be replaced. So this is just temporary. And then you have the interaction with the stuff when you can read the items. So you see there is things that kind of will be changed, and even the magic ball is like, we have fully aim. If I want to hit, for example, the column, let's try to hit it. I can also bounce it through the column. run out of the mana. And if I could remember, let's go into the items. We have full mana again, so we can bounce the ball. Because as you see, when you run out of the mana, the ball, like in the original game, not bounce. Yeah, there is. Yes, it's Katya ambient sounds. The music is right now not added, but there will be also the music probably. It would be nice if she makes more. For now, I have a lot more audio files. It's just that what's happening, I'm in the middle of adding something called the F-mode banks, which allowing to have some control over the audio through the tooling. And sadly, what's happening is, well, it's still not done because it's requiring some changes in the engine and changes in the tooling to make it. But yeah, let's for now just go into the stream. I will open the editor to show you guys to fix the curtain inside the Twinset house. Well, freak, the console is only in development one. In the final build, it will be turned off. So have fun. How will replenish the magic and the health system? The magic, probably I will make I'm considering two types of the things. First thing will be the points where magic will be, you'll be able to collect the magic in some points, like there will be continuous flow of the magic. With the health system, there will be probably the potions, just like in the original game. I don't think you will be able to find them in the trashes so easily, but they will be more kind of commonly available on the shelves, you know. Maybe sometimes in the trash cans I will add some special like the potions, which will be mixed between the magic and the health, but you will not be sure what is there. It's just kind of garbage which somebody throw. And you will need to experience if this is the good thing or this is the bad thing. It will be interesting kind of to give this balance maybe. But this is also something that I need to think. Yeah. So let's load the it may crash. I saying right away it's I doing a lot of modification right now to change it. With the command switches, I'm not sure. It's just I adding a lot of development one. Maybe I will disable some of them. And you know, we'll see. I know that for now it's important for me to have it because it's helping me a lot. So. Yeah, this will be Rockstar the thing. It's like, if you will be using it, it's your responsibility to see what the effect it will have. It's kind of random. I think this will be adding interesting thing, where you will be, at this moment, you will be hesitant to use it. Yeah. You can buy it, of course. You can buy them in the shops, you can find them in the houses, on the shelves, just the red potions. With the magic, it will be a little bit different, because magic will be more... I think this as the energy of the world, kind of. There will be just some points where you will be able to collect it, but you can think about it as just the particle system, which emanating like the blue aura, and you're collecting it. Yeah. Regeneration. What are you thinking about it, Rob? Okay, you have the. Okay, so this is the editor. Let's just raise up the. I think it will look better if it will be something like that. Yeah. We can fix this also on the higher. Or it's a little bit too low. Okay, so it's fixed. And you guys see, this is the editor that I'm using for the creation of the stuff. From the recent add-ons, I added things like sampling the materials and applying of the materials, so I can just do crazy stuff like pick up the nice shelf, just drop it as the material on something. I think the better one would be the picking of this one, and let's apply it to the brown tile step, for example. This is helping me to speed it up stuff and just iterating over things. What's happening right now, because I didn't open this folder before, it's generating the previews, so it's taking a little bit of the time just to generate the previews that I see here. No, I don't think the regeneration will be there. Maybe regeneration, if I will add, it will be slightly when you are on the edge of the dev. Just, you know, when you have like, let's say 1% of the life, I will regenerate to like 5, maybe 10%, just to give you, just to give this chance that if you are really bad, kind of, you know, you can recover a little bit, but not the whole health. So I think that this will give the better result. Also, I'm considering that the potion not necessarily will be always usable right away. So you'll be able just to buy the potion and just hold few of them in your backpack, because it's like, you know, or in your bag, because it's, I think it makes sense that you don't need to drink it right away. Okay, and this is kind of the things that we have. There is a lot of these, you know, small scenes that you can create from that, and I'm pretty satisfied, because even right now, with this pretty rough look, pretty rough stuff, because they are not finished, it's slowly starting taking shape. But yeah, we have 5 more minutes, so let's switch to the questions. And you know, and after that we'll rate the next person. I don't know if they are ready or not. But yeah. This will be the LBA2 remake team showing up their project update. No, not interested. Exactly. From things that I kind of right now considering also is like, I'm doing some drawings, and I kind of creating the new set of the t-shirts that I have. Right now I'm printing some of them. This is one of the one that I'm making, like the robot on the front and the Coffeemonster logo on the back, like the small one. And I have just few of them, so I don't know if yeah. So this is another thing that I'm working on in my free time. So printing few of them for me, and I don't know. Right now it's for private use, but I also thinking if I should maybe sell them, but well, this is something to consider. have looping. Just went live. Okay, then if we don't have any more questions, any last, deadline for the parts of the game. Right now, I still assembling the whole thing, and I think I'm relatively close because I'm already entering the main locations are done. Because there is one more missing, which is the docks. But this is where you're getting the ticket, so the whole puzzle thing there. But I think that other than that, most of the main location are already done. Just right now to add the game, which I plan to do, and finish up the stuff just to make everything connect together and work. Because this is kind of where I'm going. I still iterating over a few stuff because it's annoying me that it's working relatively slow there, and I want to speed up some things. But yeah. And yeah, with the deadline, it's as Frick saying, it's like right now there is no plans for the deadline, mostly because I'm doing it in the free time, I'm doing it alone, and it's taking time. I think that we're getting closer and closer, and for the LBA1 stream we should have a lot more to show. But I don't want to spoil anything, and we'll see how it will go. There is the summer and sun. You need to relax a little bit, but it should be good. I think we'll get there. So yeah. Now we're going to the looping to rate it. So thanks guys for staying with me for the 2 hours, probably some of you. If not, thank you for the time that you spent. And yeah, I will be trying to posting some updates regards the sculpture because I will finish them and you show you the guys how the final things will turn out. So yeah. With this sentence, we start rating looping.